I welcome the members to the 43rd Annual General Meeting. Hope all of you are safe and in good health. This meeting is being held through video conference in accordance with the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. We have the requisite quorum present through video conference to conduct the proceedings of this meeting. Participation of members through video conference is being reckoned for the purpose of quorum as per the circulars issued by MCA and Section 103 of the Companies Act 2013. The quorum being present, I call this meeting to order. Before we start the main proceedings of the meeting, I request my colleagues on the video conference to introduce themselves. Salil.
Good evening. I'm Salil Parekh, CEO and Managing Director of the company. Welcome to the 43rd Annual General Meeting and hope everyone is safe and in good health.
Sundaram.
Good evening. I'm Sundaram, Lead Independent Director and also the Chairperson of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee and Risk Management Committee. I'm joining the meeting through video conference from Bengaluru.
Mike.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Gibbs, Independent Director, joining in from Houston, Texas, USA. I'm the chair of the Stakeholder Relationship Committee and the Cybersecurity Subcommittee.
Bobby.
Hello, good evening. I'm Bobby Parikh, Independent Director. I'm chairperson of the Audit Committee and I'm joining this meeting from Bombay.
Chitra.
Hello, I'm Chitra Nayak, joining from California, USA. I'm Independent Director and Chair of the ESG Committee.
Govind.
Hi, this is Govind Iyer. Good evening. I'm Independent Director and Chairperson of the CSR Committee, joining in from Mumbai.
Eileen.
Hi, I'm Eleanor Potier. Good evening. I am an Independent Director, joining in from Paris in France.
Nitin.
Hi, I'm Nitin Paranjpe, Independent Director of your company. I am calling in from Amsterdam in the Netherlands.
Jayesh.
Good evening. I'm Jayesh Sangrajka, Chief Financial Officer of your company, joining from the US.
Mani.
Hi, good evening. This is Manikanta, Company Secretary, joining in from Bangalore.
Apart from them, we also have key executives and senior management joining from their respective locations. Statutory auditors and secretarial auditors have also joined this meeting. I now request Manikanta, Company Secretary, to provide general instructions to the members regarding participation in this meeting.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Members may note that this annual general meeting is being held through video conferencing in accordance with the Companies Act 2013 and circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. The facility for joining this meeting through video conference or other audiovisual means is made available for the members on a first-come, first-served basis. The company has also provided a webcast facility to view the live proceedings of this meeting on the company's website. The Register of Directors and the key managerial personnel, the Register of Contracts or Arrangements, and other documents mentioned in the AGM notice have been made available electronically for inspection during this AGM. Members seeking to inspect any of these documents can send their requests to investors@infosys.com. As this AGM is being held through video conferencing, the facility for appointment of proxies was not applicable, and hence the proxy register for inspection is not available. The company has received requests from a few members to register them as speakers at this meeting. Accordingly, the floor will be open for these members to ask questions or express their views. We will facilitate this session once the chairman opens the floor for questions and answers. Members can also post their views or questions on the Ask a Question tab on their video conference screens before 4:30 p.m. IST. It may be noted that the company reserves the right to limit the number of members asking questions depending on the availability of the time at this AGM. The company has provided the facility to cast votes electronically on all resolutions set forth in the notice. Members who have not cast their votes yet electronically and who are participating in this meeting will have an opportunity to cast their votes during the meeting through the e-voting system provided by NSDL. Members can click on the Vote tab on the video conference screen to make use of this facility. Members are requested to refer to the instructions provided in the notice or appearing on the video conference page for a seamless participation through video conference and also for voting. In case members face any difficulty, they can reach out to the helpline numbers. Members may note that this AGM is being recorded. Therefore, please do not disclose any sensitive personal information or personally identifiable information belonging to you or any other persons that has no bearing on this meeting. Thank you very much.
Vote at the AGM. I thank all the members, colleagues on the board, auditors, and the management team for joining this meeting over video conference. Dear shareholders, welcome to the 43rd Annual General Meeting of Infosys. On behalf of the Infosys Board of Directors, I appreciate your support for the company and thank you for taking the time to join us today. Fiscal 2024 has been a year of steady performance for Infosys in a very volatile macroeconomic environment. The company grew 1.4% in constant currency, delivering US dollars 18.6 billion in revenues. Operating margin for the year was a healthy 20.7%, and we generated US dollars 2.9 billion in free cash flow, which is an increase of 13.7% over fiscal 2023. Large deal TCV for FY24 was the highest ever at US dollars 17.7 billion, with 52% being net new. This reflects the strong trust customers have in us and provides a robust foundation to build on in the months ahead. For fiscal 2024, the board has recommended a final dividend of rupees 20, along with a special dividend of rupees 8 per share. With this, the total payout for FY 2020 to 2024 will be 85% of free cash flow, in line with the capital allocation policy. The board has approved the policy for the next 5 years, and effective FY 25, the company expects to continue returning approximately 85% of free cash flow cumulatively over a 5-year period through a combination of semi-annual dividend and/or share buyback special dividend, subject to applicable laws and required approvals. Under this policy, the company expects to progressively increase its annual dividend per share, excluding special dividend, if any. The shareholders at the 42nd AGM held on June 28, 2023, reappointed Bobby Parikh as independent director for a second term of 5 years, with effect from July 15, 2023 till July 14, 2028. The shareholders also approved the appointment of Eileen Potier as independent director effective May 26, 2023 for a period of 3 years till May 25, 2026. The shareholders' white postal ballot conducted on February 20th, 2024 approved the appointment of Nitin Paranspe as independent director effective Jan 1st, 2024 for a term of 5 years till December 31st, 2028. They also approved the reappointment of Chitra Nayak as independent director effective March 25th, 2024 for a second term of 3 years till March 24th, 2027. Further, the board at its meeting held on December 11, 2023, appointed Jay Sangarika as the Chief Financial Officer and key managerial personnel of the company effective April 1st, 2024. Nilanjan Roy resigned as the CFO and KMP of the company effective March 31st, 2024. The board places on record its sincere appreciation for his contributions to Infosys. As we look at the larger business environment, we are now into the second year of the generative AI revolution, and the initial AI doomerism has quietened down. People have accepted that, like any other general purpose technology, be it electricity, nuclear energy, the internet, or even a discovery like fire, Gen AI has enormous potential for good when advanced within the guardrails of responsibility. It is also clear that there won't be a scenario where we'll have one model to rule them all. Every day brings new advances in large language models. These range from very large models which need massive computing infrastructure to small ones which can run locally on your phone. The real power of AI will come from conferring all the different models and tools to get the best solutions. The rise of powerful open source AI models has also accelerated the deployment of AI to solve tough business and societal challenges. As we move into more use cases, 1,000 flowers will bloom. It is also widely expected that the manifestation of consumer AI will make life easier and more productive for millions of people. It will push the envelope of usability, convenience, and accessibility for all. Enterprise AI, on the other hand, is a lot more complex. It will require a root and branch surgery of the multi-generation technology that lies within firms. The challenge will also be to orchestrate the extensive data inside the corporation in a way that it is consumable by AI. The quality of output will need to be managed to ensure factual responses and insights with no hallucinations. Given that the leaderboard of technologies is changing at a bewildering pace, enterprises will also need to simultaneously future-proof their AI infrastructure. Global companies need to build their AI applications to be compliant with regulations across countries. While applications can be trialed on very large models, deployment will be on narrow transformers trained on relevant enterprise data, fully secure and efficient in their inferencing. This will need both an AI foundry for experimentation and an AI factory for scaling up. The constraint of resources will require a transparent way of identifying the highest value AI use cases. AI will need to amplify the potential of people across enterprises, and firms like Infosys, who are in the business of enabling this digital transformation, will be at the center of it all. From our own early journey to becoming an AI-first enterprise, we know that navigating to value at scale from AI means breaking down tasks into sequential small wins, taking the responsible by design approach. This has been our AI-first strategy to accelerating business value and amplifying human potential. Nearly 50,000 reusable intelligent services applied in over 25,000 instances amplify our employees today. We are one of the first organizations globally to be certified in ISO 42000:2023 for AI management systems for risk management and governance of enterprise AI. Our clients trust Infosys to apply learning from this journey to help them navigate the many complexities of enterprise AI. In turn, Infosys is fully prepared to deliver value. We made an early investment last year in building a strong generative AI offering portfolio through Infosys Topaz. Today, we are ranked as a leader in AI services by 7 out of 8 leading analysts. We have integrated generative AI components into our entire service lines and developed 25 playbooks to create impact for our clients. Our clients are combining it with cloud capabilities in Infosys Cobalt to help them scale AI. To drive exponential growth in AI and accelerate Infosys chip-to-cloud strategy, the company acquired InSemi, a leading semiconductor design services provider. Infosys has also built strong domain-relevant enterprise AI capabilities from the foundation up. We have created 23 AI industry blueprints to solve industry-specific challenges. This is also aided by the board's approval for strategic acquisitions like that of Intech, the engineering R&D services firm. Together with Infosys Topaz and InSemi's semiconductor expertise, this will help Infosys create deeper capabilities for the next phase of automotive innovation in software-defined vehicles. We are currently working on over 225 generative AI programs for our clients. Key to executing complex transformation is talent. Infosys' acquisition of Danske IT and support service in India has, among several other programs, served to further strengthen our overall digital talent pool. We have invested significantly in hiring talent with proven generative AI skills, as well as rapidly upskilling our existing engineering talent. We have over 250,000 employees trained in the areas of generative AI. Infosys is one of the largest adopters of GitHub Copilot globally. Our employees have already generated over 3 million lines of code using generative AI language models. At Infosys, our purpose is to amplify human potential and create the next opportunity for people, businesses, and communities. For us, making progress means delivering for stakeholders beyond just clients and employees. We expanded our social impact programs, reaching over 15 million beneficiaries across 15 countries through our flagship initiatives such as Infosys Foundation, Infosys Science Foundation, Infosys Prize, and Infosys Foundation USA. Our efforts to nurture a business that thinks and acts right, embracing ESG practices, is fully aligned to our ESG vision for 2030. This means taking positive climate action and helping our clients do the same, being inclusive and equitable in all we do, and earning the trust of our stakeholders through ethical corporate governance. For example, we have achieved carbon neutrality for the 5th consecutive year across our global operations by reducing energy consumption, increasing our renewable energy sourcing, and offsetting our residual emissions through high-quality carbon credits. Even for our legacy campuses in Bengaluru, Chennai, and Pune, we achieved true zero waste certification this year. On the social enablement front, we have reached 11.75 million people through our many digital skilling initiatives, taking advantage of Infosys Springboard, Infosys' flagship digital learning platform. At the same time, we also appreciate the need to create opportunity more equitably. And as a case in point, we have been recognized for the 4th year as a disability confident recruiter in Australia, thanks to our partnership with the Australian Disability Network. We have also been recognized as the world's most ethical company for the 4th year in a row by Ethisphere. This is the result of a continued focus to change with change. For instance, in these times of AI, we have been recognized as an industry leader in our data and information security practices. Infosys has also been positioned as a leader by ISG for cybersecurity solutions and services in both Europe and in the US. The pace at which everything around us is evolving is dizzying. A big challenge of our time is to unleash AI for the next wave of productivity for enterprises. We already had a head start on that journey and are keen to share the learning and value with our clients. Ranked as the fastest growing IT services brand over the past 5 years by Brand Finance, and as a top 100 brand globally by Kantar Brands, Infosys is the natural choice for AI transformation partner as the world's top enterprises navigate to the future. On behalf of the board, I want to thank all our employees, clients, co-founders, and governments of the countries and states that we operate in for their trust in us and their very generous support. And to all our shareholders, it's your encouragement, support that drives us to deliver our best every day. A heartfelt thanks to you all. I now request Salil Parekh, CEO and Managing Director, to address the shareholders.
Thank you, Nandan. Good evening and welcome once again to the 43rd Annual General Meeting. I want to spend the next few minutes to share with you the progress that we have made over the last year and how we are positioning ourselves into the future to support our clients and all the communities. The performance for the financial year that was just finished, we had a growth in constant currency of 1.4%, operating margin of 20.7%, and a free cash flow in US dollar terms of $2.9 billion. In terms of large deals, we had a very strong success with US dollars 17.7 billion of large deals, which comprised over 90 deals with a total contract value for each deal over 50 million US dollars. In terms of our overall financial performance in Indian rupees, our revenue grew, our operating profit grew, our cash flow grew significantly, net profit, our basic earnings per share, and the free cash flow. On all of the parameters, there was steady growth across the board. Our balance sheet is, as it's been for some time, strong, it's debt-free and liquid, and we want to maintain it at this level and make sure that we remain in this position with our cash at a strong level on the balance sheet. Over the past 5 years, with the capital allocation policy that was put in place at that time, we've returned over 88,000 crores to shareholders through dividends, which were regular dividends, through the buyback, and through special dividends. And this has achieved 85% of our free cash flow return over the past 5 years. Now, as we look ahead, real focus has been to position the company for generative AI and to scale these investments within the Topaz capability that we have built. Topaz really is the area which covers all of AI and generative AI. Here we are looking to build playbooks, we are looking to build blueprints, we've put in place things where AI strategy can be adopted by enterprises. We have platforms that various companies can leverage. We have reference implementations already where we are working with clients on AI. And then we have put together capabilities on infrastructure with the hyperscalers to make sure that this is readily available to our clients. All of this under the guideline of responsible AI, which from the very beginning that we've been focused on. Now, how is this working in large enterprise transformation programs? What we see today is the start where generative AI will help companies transform. So we are working with clients in a way which is quite distinct from consumer generative AI. The focus that we have is on enterprise generative AI, where we work with large organizations on the data sets within their organizations. Here, the focus becomes on customer service, on software engineering, sales and marketing, process optimization. All of these areas we are working with proprietary and more open source large language models. And these then we build or populate with data from an enterprise in a narrow transformer approach to give the benefit to the enterprise. Our service offerings itself, we have transformed what we are offering to our clients using AI and generative AI. The way we are driving client value today is providing growth for clients through AI and generative AI, productivity improvement, and risk reduction. We have ongoing projects, we have client advocacies, very strong analyst ratings, and patents that we have filed in this area. There are a couple of examples that we have shared and also some in our annual report. E-retail platform driven by generative AI, credit reviews, the process reimagined using AI and generative AI and creating a benefit for our clients. Our journey is really resonating well with our client because we have also taken it internally. We have completely changed the company to make it AI first. We are looking at what we are doing in terms of our own learning for our managers, for our sales, for our marketing. All of those processes, we have built AI assistants, which are really helping us internally. Then we are unlocking value for our clients, where we're looking at how they can apply these platforms. And then we want to get really exponential impact in the way clients can reimagine what they are doing in terms of growth and optimization and how they partner with other technology players to leverage the benefit. And as we had mentioned earlier, we have really applied in great detail all of these techniques to our own offerings, making them AI first by reimagining the life cycle, augmenting the development and testing. We have our own code generation approach that we are using internally, and automation assistant for all of the areas within our different service offerings. Now, the foundation of generative AI and AI is based on two things in which we have built an expertise over the past few years. One of them is Cobalt or the cloud area, and we are the leading player in working with all the cloud, public and private cloud approaches in the market to provide that for our clients, making sure that we can deliver a return on investment through cloud that our clients are investing in, making sure that they're using AI first approach in how they want to disrupt and grow their businesses leveraging the cloud. And here, through a full life cycle of cloud capabilities within Cobalt's infrastructure, data, business transformation, platform engineering, and moving the non-IT workloads to cloud, we have become the leading provider of this for our clients. And on that foundation is being built what we are doing with AI and generative AI. Now, we had launched Topaz for AI and we had Cobalt for cloud, and these work really synergistically together to make sure that the benefits are even more leveraged when we are working with our clients. And then there is a very strong foundation of data which is supporting this Topaz and Cobalt, data and the AI economy, how we are rethinking businesses, and what is the foundation of all of this data. Data becoming more and more well organized within clients is critical to make success out of generative AI, especially on enterprise AI impact or transformation that we are seeing. And all of this rests, as we had shared over the years with you, the leadership that we put in place in digital several years ago, where today we are well recognized as the preeminent company when working on digital solutions. Now, another area we focused quite a lot on in this past year was acquisitions. In this case, we focused on engineering services. We've looked at automotive and with semiconductor areas. These are areas where we see good growth opportunities, where software is getting built within those product areas. Automotive, semiconductor, we already had a good capability in that, and we've enhanced it by adding on these acquisitions, which we feel are targeted to give the benefit to our clients and integrate within Infosys. Now, moving to CSR, Infosys has always been a company focused on the communities that we are functioning in. We've had several, I would say, very special programs. The Site Connect, our focus on maternal and child health, Girls for Gold, a program in the sports side, education for girls. And then with Springboard, which is a platform that we've created, which has all of our own learning capability, but is available outside through our CSR activities. Over 7 million individuals have benefited from it. And then just the Infosys Foundation in India, we've given approximately 100 grants, and we see that it has created impact in the lives of about 1 crore individuals across India. We also put a lot of emphasis into our brand in the last few years, and our brand recognition has gone up. We have brand ambassadors, a new campaign. We were recognized with Time Magazine as one of the world's best companies, one of the most trusted brands in India and the US. And this is something we are making sure that we put out there in terms of our focus on what we are driving technology with and how it is becoming more and more AI first in the way the brand is growing. In conclusion, stable operating performance, strong cash return, a real emphasis on generative AI scaling. There has been a lot of attention on that. A good leading capabilities in cloud and digital and data. A very good large deals, which creates the foundation for this year and the future years. 2 good acquisitions, which will help us to move further ahead on engineering services. Good attention on CSR work. And with that, we are remaining and becoming better positioned to support our clients as they look at their future and navigate into the new world. So thank you very much. Thank you to all of you as our shareholders in supporting us. Thanks to all of the founders, board members, and stakeholders in guiding us as we go ahead. Thanks, and back to you.
Thank you, Salil. I now request Manikanta, Company Secretary, to provide a summary of the auditor's report.
Hello, everyone. The statutory auditors, Deloitte Haskins and Sells LLP, and the secretarial auditor, Makrand M. Joshi and Company, have expressed unqualified opinion in the respective audit reports for the financial year 2023-24. There were no qualifications, observations, or adverse comments on financial statements and matters which have any material bearing on the functioning of the company. The statutory auditor reports on the standalone and consolidated financial statements, respectively, are available on page numbers 205 and 288 of the integrated annual report. The secretarial auditor's report is enclosed as Annexure 5 to the board's report on page number 82 of the integrated annual report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mani. As the notice is already circulated to all the members, I take the notice convening the meeting as read. Before we proceed, I am pleased to bring to your notice that as required under the Companies Act 2013, the company has provided you the facility to cast your vote electronically on all resolutions set forth in the notice. Members who have not cast their vote electronically but are participating in this meeting will have an opportunity to cast their votes through the e-voting system provided by NSDL. Members may please note that there will be no voting by show of hands. We now take up the resolutions as set forth in the notice. We will open the floor for any questions by members after all the resolutions are tabled. Accordingly, I will now only read out the resolutions. Item number 1 of the notice, adoption of the financial statements. The financial statements of the company, including the consolidated financial statements for the financial year ending March 31, 2024, including the report of the Board of Directors and Auditors, have already been provided to the members. Item number 2 of the notice, declaration of dividend. To declare a final dividend of rupees 20 per share for the financial year ending March 31, 2024, and additionally, a special dividend of rupees 8 per equity share. You would recall that an interim dividend of rupees 18 per equity share has already been paid for the financial year ending March 31st, 2024. Item number 3 of the notice, appointment of Nandan M. Nilekani as a director liable to rotation. The text of the resolutions is provided in the notice circulated to the members. If any member desires to ask any question pertaining to any item on the notice, she may do so now. Members are requested to keep their questions brief and specific. To avoid repetition, answers to all the questions will be provided towards the end. Members may also note that the company reserves the right to limit the number of members asking questions depending on the availability of time. While members are queuing up to ask questions, may I request the team to play short videos of Infosys.
When the world sleeps, I wake up to work on my dreams. Mama always said, my goals should never be decided by the size of my hometown or home. I'm bigger than that. That's the beauty of this digital world we live in. I'm going to make the most of every opportunity. I'm a learner. I am an achiever. I'm skilling up. I'm driven. I'm motivated. I'm empowered. to share it with the ones like me, so that together we can springboard forward. Because I am ready for the future.
With Infosys Springboard, every Shruti can springboard to the next opportunity.
Dear shareholders, thank you for joining our 43rd AGM today and for taking time to participate in the proceedings. Before we go live with the Q&A, here are some points to note for your convenience. When your name is called and you are projected on the screen, please mention your name, folio number, and location from where you are joining and proceed to ask a question. Each shareholder will have 2 minutes for their questions. To avoid repetition, the board will respond to all the questions at the end. Once you have asked your question, you can switch to watch the proceedings. The board will be taking questions from shareholders in 2 or 3 sets, depending on the number of questions on the video. With that, I will request the first shareholder, Mr. Darao. Mr. Darao, kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Good evening, Chairman and all the board members. I'm Dr. Dharav Jamadar from Surat, Gujarat. First of all, I would like to congratulate each and every stakeholder of my company on posting such a robust and fantastic sets of number quarter to quarter in this fiscal year. Sir, it's an opportunity to have a talk with you on this platform. Thank you for providing me this opportunity. Some of my queries which I would request you to address are, first, the world is quite aware about the secret formula of our company's growth anywhere in the world. It has been a front runner and in establishing industry-wide norms in reference to corporate governance, transparency in operations, and other disclosure norms. So, sir, with the whole IT services and technological landscape evolutionizing, what would be the next secret formula for creating the Infosys for many decades to come? Second, do you think that the rise in demand of AI and its related products and services will help us in creating a demand environment which is less prone and susceptible to volatility in macroeconomic environment? The whole world is heavily investing in this particular area. Third, what contour of capex or the amount that you have set aside for mergers and acquisition can we expect in this fiscal year for developing new products and services, and what shall its impact be on our ROE? Fourth, for how long do you think IT spending will likely remain under pressure due to technological and macroeconomics uncertainties? So at what stage of the cycle are we at, and how are we planning to have a sustainable growth from here on? Next, with respect to deal wins, from which sector do you expect the most to come in this fiscal year? Last one, to our respected chairman, being a market leader and a veteran, what advice would you like to give to the new generation of our country on how to strive in this agile environment all over the world? Thank you, sir, for providing this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Darao. May I now request the next shareholder, Prachi. Prachi, kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. This is Prachi Saraugi from Kolkata, representing Millennium Mams. My question for you today is, could you provide details on your recent acquisition of an automotive R&D firm and its alignment with Infosys' long-term strategy? Additionally, to boost revenue growth beyond that 1 to 3% range, will Infosys pursue aggressive merger and acquisition for domain-specific expertise and expanded service offerings? Thank you.
Thank you, Prachi. Now, may request Gaurav. Gaurav, kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Sorry?
Gaurav? Gaurav, I think you're joining on audio. Kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Okay. I guess I'm visible right now.
Sorry, we can't hear you, Gaurav.
Am I not audible?
Yes, now we can hear you. Please go ahead.
So, first of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity today. I am Gaurav Liladhar, joining today's annual general meet of Infosys from Berlin, Germany. And
Gaurav, we cannot hear you once again. We'll move to the next shareholder, Mr. Jaideep. Jaideep, kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Yes. Yeah. Good evening, Chairman, Board of Directors, and key manager persons. Myself, Jaideep Bakshi, connecting from the city of Kolkata. Thanks to our company secretary, Mr. Manikantanji, for giving me an opportunity and presenting a detailed annual report and maintaining good investor service relation with the shareholders and to the entire secretary department. Sir, your initial speeches were very much informative. Good performance of our company and growth in the net profit also. Sir, regarding the now we have AI acceptable tool, is an acceptable tool now. So share our potential to explore further growth and stay as a leader in its own field. Sir, any new area of venturing or acquisition to support new client base? So third, sir, regard how are we positioned from our peers? And what is our strategy to add reliability and efficiency growth? And so we have around 3.5 lakh employees. So how are we planning to reskill our employees for further enrichment? And so congrats once again for the CSR activities and the awards which we have received. It motivates all the employees. And what are the steps we are taking regarding data security? And congrats once again for reducing energy consumption and banking on green energy for a better environment in our all units. And I support all the resolutions and hope our company continue as a global leader in the next gen and digital service and consulting with the trust of our stakeholders and be future ready. Thank you, sir, and all stay safe. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you, Mr. Jaideep. Now, can I request the next shareholder, Om Prakash Kejriwal?
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Please go ahead with your question.
Thank you. Good evening, Sirji. And good evening, everybody attending this AGM. Myself, Om Prakash Kejriwal, your equity shareholder from Kolkata. Thank you, Sirji, for providing me the platform to speak something before you. Thanks to our secretarial department for helping me in registration as a speaker shareholder. Especially thanks to our secretary Manisha for calling me and taking my know-how. Sirji, this is my second AGM, only due to virtual, though I'm your very old shareholder. If possible, please follow this virtual AGM in next year also, so that more and more investors could join our AGM from different parts of the world and express their views. Sirji, wow. बहुत बहुत बधाई आपको सभी बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स और सभी एम्प्लॉइज को इतना अच्छा रिजल्ट देने के लिए सर जी जो
Mr. Om Prakash, we are not able to hear you properly.
Hello.
Can you? Yes, we can hear you now. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Sir, you distributed ₹46 as dividend in current year on face value of rupees. Previous year it was ₹34. Or क्या चाहिए sir जी? Many thanks for such handsome dividend. Sir ji, please split our shares in 5:1 ratio to increase liquidity in market, and also it will attract more and more investors towards our company. It will act as a mini bonus for we minority shareholders. I will not tell you to issue bonus shares, but I will insist on split of shares. So please consider, sir. Sir, I came to know from media that there are so many seats remain vacant in IITs. What is the reason, Sirji, for this vacancy? Sirji, you people are the leaders in the market. So please do something to create plenty of jobs. At last,
Mr. Om Prakash, we are once again not able to hear you. Please continue.
Investor, thank you, Sirji.
Thank you. Now may I request next shareholder, Hiranand Kotwani. Mr. Hiranand, kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, sir. Audible?
Yes, we can
Namaste
hear
to
you.
all. Yes, sir. It is a great place. I am Hiranand Kotwani. This voice is okay? The
Yes,
disturbance
sir,
are
we
there?
can hear you. No,
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
hear you.
Some disturbance are there. I don't see the technical people like you can tackle solve the issue because with TCS there is no disturbance. Certainly, namaste to all. It is a great pleasure to join you, Kalyan. I am Hiranand Kotwani from Kalyan near Mumbai. This company is well and your people are managing well from long years. How the future and the contingency plan, huge HR, how issues you tackle HR level, because it is a very, and what is the policy regarding ethic, code of conduct, health issue of your employee at the lower level and manager level, how you are tackling them? Please narrate this in this AGM. And what about this women organization, women share percentage? And say in TCS, we came to know this chairman when asked is how many sexual harassment case, he said actually 126. What about our organization? How we are going to tackle it at global level? And there are so many subsidiaries. The next annual report is good, but if you can give us detail of the subsidiary, percentage, country, and the revenue and expenditure and employee. That will be more beneficial to our to read that our all the subsidiaries, how the capital is there and the revenue comes from that. It will be more beneficial and informative to the organization. Because to read your physical report, we cannot read this electronically and see you and a report from you. Nothing more to us because you are doing well. Just to congratulate, inspire, give salute to you. But future growth plan, particularly how the contingent plan will be in the irrational event, please narrate. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Hiranand. Now I request Mr. Sunil. Mr. Sunil, kindly ask your question.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please ask your question.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Respected Chairman, Board of Directors, Company Secretary, and my fellow shareholder. I am Sunil Modo, calling from Calcutta and joined this meeting. It is my pleasure that you have given me the platform to speak on this occasion. The result is very good, and I hope that our company will do better. I have two more questions. What is the strategies of the subsidiaries facing losses? And number two, future plan of the company. I have already casted my vote and in favor of the resolutions. I supporting them and hope that our company will do better in the coming year. With this, I conclude. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you, Mr. Sunil. Now may I request Avni. Avni, kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Good evening, Chairman, sir, and members of the board. I'm Avni Barwale, a member of Millennium MAMS and a proud shareholder of the company. As you said, Gen AI has become the forerunner of the tech world with Infosys at the center. How do you plan to continue upskilling and adapting the Infosys workforce to be Gen AI ready? Additionally, how does Infosys manage the costs associated with human resources in the current challenging global landscape? So to conclude, we hope to meet you in person to empower all our women members with more learning. We look forward to visiting you in Bangalore. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, ma'am. May I request Mukesh? Mr. Mukesh, kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, I wish. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
What is this? How come I'm not there? Okay.
We are able to see you and hear you, sir. Kindly go ahead.
Okay, yes. Namaskara, Nandan, Manikanta, and other people. Kemcho, Salil Bhai, Bobby Bhai. Vanakkam to Sundaram and Govind Iyer. Namaste to Nitin ji. I met you last Friday when you were chairman at HUL. Nice to join AGM of Infosys, which has been at the close of my heart for many years. Unfortunately, we are not meeting physically. So I would request you to please have a hybrid model, which Infosys was the one which pioneered long ago. And it would be nice if you can please enable this from next year onwards. We would like, out of nostalgia, I would like to tell a little bit, Nandan, you had interviewed me some 30 years ago at your Koromangala office, opposite Bethany School. Unfortunately, I had not joined then. Otherwise, I would have been an Infosys by now. One thing that I did not like was sending a physical annual report to some of the speakers or maybe all the speakers, because being an environmentally conscious and very concerned person, we are experiencing nature's wrath in terms of global warming, climate change, and whatnot. About 25, annual reports is equivalent to one tree. So my suggestion is, henceforth, like we have in weddings and other functions, we have something called RSVP. So well in advance, ask all the shareholders who all want physical annual reports and accordingly print them minimally. So therefore, we will be able to contribute a lot, and imagine thousands of companies doing this. And despite the digitalization, there's a lot of things that are to be done. Okay, now one request I have is, being a lifetime shareholder with abundant trust on Infosys, unfortunate we haven't visited its campuses yet. So I would request you, Salil Bhai, to be able to do this, enable it sometime or the other. Better yet, say once a quarter, top management could have something called a Saturday meet for stakeholders, like a regular program. That would also help. And for our business, I would like to ask a couple of things. We are doing pretty good in global business. And I understand from the annual report that almost all of our revenue is coming from the rest of the world except India, which is a pittance 2.5%. And with the country that is going to be $5 trillion very soon, and is growing exponentially and has a global brand image, why can't we create a new subsidiary, something called India, and try to concentrate on that business in a very big way? And I'm sure with the kind of background we have, we can do extremely well compared to many other companies. A lot of mid-sized companies are doing extremely well within India itself. So why can't we? That is one of my suggestions. And we can be contributing to the country as well as to the revenue of the company also. And for AI revolution that is happening by leaps and bounds, and Infi being in the forefront, despite Nandan and Salil Bhai, both of you, trying to pacify us of our apprehensions, believe it or not, its effects, negative effects are being seen by all of us just at the beginning of AI revolution. So I've been trying to figure out, is there any way that we can do anything along with the AI community globally to make it safe, just like, say, nuclear power? It is so dangerous and whenever it happens, it is extremely disastrous. Likewise, AI is already affecting people individually, families, and even society. Is going to be a disaster in the times to come. So, what are going to be the safeguards against that? I wish
Mr.
all of you
Mukesh,
a very healthy and a happy life ahead. And I'm looking forward to meeting you personally soon, Salil Bhai, Nandan, and others. Thank you very much. Namaste.
namaste. Thank you, Mr. Mukesh. May I now request Mr. Santosh to kindly go ahead and ask the question?
Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
राम राम माननीय सभापति जी, उपस्थित निर्देशक मंडल के सदस्यगण, अधिकारीगण और कर्मचारीगण, मैं संतोष मासराव आप सभी को नमस्कार करता हूँ. सर, Mr. Gibbs and Mr. Sir, I am from Kolkata. My name is Santosh Masrav. I say namaskar to you. Sir, my English very weak, so I try to speak in English. Sir, I want to know our income, our 94% income from IT sector, and I want to 5.5 income from which sector we are getting, so became 100%. Next, sir, we have 340,000 employees globally. I want to know, this is not a good, I want to know how many employees are Indians in company. I want to know just our company provided Indian how many jobs. This is my interest. Sir, thanks for your nice 46 rupees dividend this year, including team. And for this dividend, I thank to all our employees globally. Those are hard work, give us a result, good result and good dividend. I salute to them that please work same, though we get higher dividend next year, and we get the dividend, then you also benefited. And also salute your family who are backbone of your working. I salute your family also and request them for their good health and good future. Next, sir, what steps are taken for cyber security? Sir, there are so many disputed cases. What steps you have taken to clean our balance sheet, sir? So I support Mr. Ajmera's request for a campus visit. So in the winter, because up to September there are so many meetings. So after meeting over October, you can be called. I am Bangalore based. I attend so many meetings physically. Manikanto, either November, December, there is visit that and I also go to from Kolkata and attend the meeting, sir. Sir, just one question also asked. The last 6 years, Infosys not give any bonus. So can you consider this year? Because never Infosys gave more than 2 years, give a bonus. And Mr. Nandanji and Mr. Salil Bhai, I wish for your long life and good health for you. Also, I request all you to continue with the DC meeting. This is very helpful and all India shareholder we can join. If you held physical meeting in Kerala University, only local or outside 1 or 2 shareholder can be joined. So I request for always for a BC meeting because it's very cost efficiently and very good. And lastly, I wish for all our directors, all our next 40,000 staff for good financial year 2024 and 25 and wish their good health, healthy, prosperous year for them and their family. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Santosh. Now, may I request Mr. Nagaraj to kindly go ahead and ask the question.
Good evening. Hope I am audible. Good evening, Infosys management team. This is Nagaraj Kini here. I'm a small retail shareholder for Infosys for so many years, and my folio number is ending with 4803097. Okay. First of all, let me congratulate Nandan sir and team for completing 25 years in New York Stock Exchange. Recently, I heard the news. Let me congratulate to you and your team on that. Next, respected chairman, sir, like I have one question, like so many of my shareholders have pointed out regarding the subsidiaries from your in your annual report from page number 68 to 75. There are around 91 companies are there, I believe. Most of them are like running under negative return, or out of that around 30 companies negative or nil return. I mean, to the shareholders for the subsidiaries and associate companies. Want to touch upon that first. And as you told, mobility is the next. This one of the company, German company. I think second or third subsidiary is around running 7,500 crores liability running under. That's a huge loss, running under huge loss. What is the plan of revival of such companies? Is it possible to revive in the future so that we can increase our shareholders value? That is my concern. One thing. And please give some, like all my fellow shareholders told, some bonus like kind of shareholder. Please consider that also, so that our wealth is positively increased, shareholders value. Thank you. Please consider these points, and thank you for the opportunity given, Mani sir, to talk in this forum. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Mr. Nagraj. Now may I request Mr. Rajesh to kindly go ahead and ask the question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Mr. Rajesh. Kindly go ahead.
Yeah, respected Chairman, Mr. Nandan Nelikani, CEO MD, Mr. Salil Parekh. So first of all, I thank our company secretary, Mr. Mani Kanta ji, for sending me the email notice very well on time. And continuously, I have received the call from the secretarial department to join. It's really, I am very much thankful to you, sir, for giving me the opportunity to speak. So a lot of things have been covered by my previous shareholders, and I really thank you for the very good dividend given by the company. But sir, it is very high time, as my previous shareholder has said, I would be repetitive only on this thing, whether we can split the share from 5 to 2, not to 1, 5 to 2. So then later stages we can go on for 1 also. So it is very high time, it's been a long time, because Infosys is very well known for their good bonuses and spreads. And you have done the buyback also previously. So I would really appreciate if we do something about it, because this is a 43rd year, so we can't wait for 7 years for the golden jubilee for the bonus. So please do consider about the stock split at least, so it won't affect share equity or capital also. And so public holding is only 14.97. So all FIs and DIs are holding 34 and 35%. So I think they're not pulling up the share. Because nowadays, what I see is Coforge, Persistent Systems, Endurance Technology, all the companies which were not there, they are only been shown. So our companies little bit, like TCS, Infosys and Wipro, they have little bit slowed down, it seems to me. So it's very high time, so we do something about it. And high price was 1,950. So I hope, sir, under your leadership and a good performance, we will move much ahead, sir. So, and I remember, sir, I attended 3 of the AGMs in Mumbai, sir. When it was a physical in Bangalore, twice I attended in 4 seasons, and once I attended in Taj Santa Cruz. So, sir, why not you're starting up again the physical AGM, sir, in Bangalore, and at least we can join in Bombay also. So that's just my suggestion, sir. And rest, sir, I don't have nothing much to say. And the month of festival is coming, sir. In 2-3 months, a lot of festivals are going to be there. So I would like to say, फूलों की खुशबू, कलियों की बहार, चांद की चांदनी, अपनों का प्यार, मुबारक हो चेयरमैन सर आपको, सारे बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स और शेयर होल्डर्स भाइयों को आने वाले त्योहार. So I wish you all for the coming festivals also. Thank you very much, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. Thank you, sir. Manikanda, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rajesh. Now I request Sharad Kumar to kindly go ahead and ask the question. Mr. Sharad Kumar. Mr. Sharad Kumar, kindly go ahead and ask your question. We'll move to the next shareholder, Mr. Reddappa. Reddappa, kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Thank you, Manikanda, for giving this opportunity. First of all, my chairman, Mr. Chairman Nandan Nilekani sir, Salil Parekh sir, and my company secretary, other directors. Good evening, sir. Namaste. Sir, as a shareholder, I am very happy about the company performance of financial 24. Sir, I would like to appreciate about the company corporate governance, transparency governance by ethically good manner. Congratulations, keep it up, Manikanda garu. Sir, financially are very strong, sir. Thank you and keep it. Thank you for the dividend answer, sir. We are almost debt free, sir, and also ROE track is record in 3 years 30.9%. Wonderful, sir, and also good dividend track. Thank you, sir. Final dividend 20 plus 28 rupees we received this year, sir. So wealth creating company, sir. And also we are next era business is started, sir. Infosys with the Topaz and R&D is work also excellent, sir. Thank you, sir. Here my question is, sir, outlook demand scenario from North America. Please throw some light, sir. Second question is any update in mega deals, sir? And also, sir, third question, any future plans in your future plans for Sir, forefront of adoption of AI technology, what is the current percentage and top line growth expected coming financial years? Sir, these are my total 4 observations, sir. Please support and IIT Hyderabad also, sir. Nandan Nilekani, sir. Sir, VC is very good, sir. Please continue VC always, sir. We can able to attend all over the global, sir. Thank you, sir, Manikanta, for providing smooth governor the VC. Sir, if you provide Manikanta, sir, with the chairman's approval, if you provide the plan visa also, we'll be very happy, sir. Please look into this, sir. This is my humble request from shareholder side. So we are proud shareholders, sir. So Nandan, sir, I'm concluding, sir. I am a big fan of you, Nandan, sir, and also Salil, sir. I have a special photograph and physical, sir. You are always energetic, sir. I don't have word to praise you, sir. God bless you, sir. I wish you good health and also also Salil sir, and also Manikanta team, and also all our hardworking employees, our companies, all of the global, sir. Congratulations, sir. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity, Manikanta garu, in this wonderful occasion. I'm waiting for this in the morning. Very eagerly, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Reddappa. May I now request Mr. Abhishek. Mr. Abhishek.
Yes. Hello?
I think Mr. Abhishek is out.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Am I audible?
Yes, Mr. Abhishek. Please go ahead with your question.
Just a second, sir. So my name is Abhishek, shareholder of the company. My DP ID IN 301637. Client ID is 41359155. So first of all, I congratulate the management on the eve of annual general body meetings. I trust all is well with you and your family in this challenging situation. Our company deserves much more respect and the current market cap after completing more than a decade of successful operations, profitability, and becoming one of the strongest brands in the respective segment. So I'd like to know, what are the steps being taken by the management to reduce the other expenses, legal professional charges, and the miscellaneous expenses? And if you can try to provide a breakup for the miscellaneous expenses, it will be helpful for the investor fraternity, sir. If possible, try to give a breakup in the years to come, sir. And I would request the management to kindly conduct on-call quarterly presentations and meeting with global investors on a regular basis, so that this will bring more immense knowledge to the management as well as to the investor fraternity. So if you can conduct phone call participation on regular basis, it will be helpful for the company, sir. And I would request the management to kindly consider hybrid AGMs in the years to come, sir, as some of the companies across Bangalore and other places have also conducted hybrid AGMs during the year. So if you can conduct a hybrid AGM, it will be helpful for the investor fraternity. Like local shareholders can join you physically and pan-India shareholders can join you virtually, because most of the senior citizens are not able to join. You can get the valuable points, suggestions, and ideas that will be helpful for the management to empower in future. So then our company management is always helpful and reachable. We do appreciate the company has a very good corporate governance. We do appreciate the management for their good corporate governance practice, and kindly give a job opportunity to the investor fraternity. So whoever send you email for their children, like Infosys, a leading company, if any of the shareholder who is BE or engineering background and who is really eligible, kindly try to consider their family, shareholder family, investor family, who is a family of Infosys. Nothing much to ask, sir. I wish the company and the board of directors a great success and prosperity in the coming future. And thank you for giving the opportunity, sir. See you in the physical AGM next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Abhishek. Mr. Kaushik, can you kindly go ahead and ask your question?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Yeah. Respected sir and distinguished guests, good afternoon to all. It is an honor to stand before this esteemed gathering today. I am extending my heartfelt gratitude to the board for granting me opportunity to be part of this important event. Today, I raise some key questions that are essential in understanding Infosys' position in our ever-evolving competitive landscape. How does Infosys maintain its competitive edge in such a dynamic environment? What innovative products has Infosys introduced or planned to introduce in this increasingly competitive world? I believe that more the company invests in R&D, the stronger its dominance becomes, positioning it as a leader of in the industry. Can we continue to trust in the resilience of Infosys uh, business model, and how can the company ensure that shareholder value remains intact? Additionally, Infosys main business focus is generating revenue through artificial intelligence. Can I can Infosys, through its use of artificial intelligence, manufacture an equipment to support specially abled persons to improve their mobility and make their life more meaningful? While this business may not be highly lucrative, reducing pain and hardship will garner a lot of blessings. The company should consider taking such initiative. Before I conclude, I want to express my sincere gratitude to entire secretary team, including Mr. Mani, Kanta, and entire team for connecting with me and granting me the opportunity to be part of such a memorable event. Uh, Additionally, I request the support of the company in associating with me in the area of certification audit, including Form 15CB. I believe CSR means helping the needy at a crucial time when they have approached the company. Uh, Support from company. Sir, I have heard our chairman's speech where he told that company is supporting specially able person in Australia. Don't you feel being an Indian company, you should support Indian first? I am asking for support from our company since last 5 years or even more. But apart from assurance, nothing has come to me. I am very optimistic that this year I will get required justice from the company. Finally, I propose the utilizing the substantial saving from the virtual mode of meeting for the benefit of shareholders. This could involve arranging site visits for shareholders or distributing a token of appreciation, such as sweets or small gift to our esteemed shareholder speaker during festivals. Thank you all for attention. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kaushik. May I now request Mr. Anil? Mr. Anil Mehta, kindly go ahead and ask your question. Mr. Anil Mehta, can you hear us? Your line,
Hello.
your line is unmuted. Kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes, sir. We can hear you. Sir, kindly unmute your line and ask the question.
Hello.
Sir,
Hello.
we can hear you. We can hear you. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Hello.
We'll move to the next shareholder, Mr. Dilip. Mr. Dilip, kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Hello.
Mr. Dilip, yes, we
Audible
can
I
hear
am?
you. Yes. Please go ahead and ask your
Namaskar,
question.
sir. Nilekani, sir. Namaskar. Salil, sir. मणिकांता सर, सीएस सर, और सभी आपको फेलो शेयर होल्डर्स को सबको गुड इवनिंग। मैं जयपुर से दिलीप कुमार जैन पिंक सिटी से बोल रहा हूँ और बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है इन्फोसिस की इस मीटिंग में शामिल होने में। बहुत अच्छा डिविडेंड दिया है कंपनी ने, जीरो डेट फ्री कंपनी है और मैं काफी लंबे समय से कंपनी से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ। एक रिक्वेस्ट है सर कि जो पुराने शेयर होल्डर्स हैं उनको एक एटलीस्ट जो मीटिंग ज्वाइन करते हैं उनको एक कंपनी एक मोमेंटो कम से कम दे कि जिससे हम कभी कभी बात हो तो हम कह सकें वी कैन फील प्राउड बीइंग ए शेयर होल्डर ऑफ द इन्फोसिस। एंड मैं एक CSR एक्टिविटी भी हम जयपुर में चलाते हैं जैन कम्युनिटी में, इसमें विडोज एंड स्टूडेंट्स को थोड़ा सा फाइनेंशियली हेल्प करते हैं। तो अगर आपके इस तरह का कोई प्रोविजन हो, इस तरह का अगर प्रोविजन हो तो मैं चाहता हूं कि इसमें अगर कोई सहयोग हो सके। जैन कम्युनिटी हमारे जो है यहाँ पे जिनके बहुत ज्यादा वीकर सेक्शन होते हैं उनको हम एड दे पढ़ाई के लिए और विडोज को कुछ पैसे हेल्प करते हैं। तो अगर उसमें पॉसिबल हो तो उसके लिए थोड़ा सा मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूंगा और उसके लिए अगर कोई फॉर्मेलिटी होगी तो मुझे बता दीजिएगा, मैं आपको सर्टिफिकेट वगैरह जो भी भेजना होगा भेज सकता हूँ। अगर आपके रूल्स में या आपके नॉर्म्स में आता हो तो उसके लिए कंसिडर कीजिएगा। बाकी इतना अच्छा डिविडेंड देने के लिए और बाईबैक वगैरह सब के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सबको। बाकी क्वेश्चन ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। आई एम ठीक है सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, Mr. Dilip. Now I request Mr. Yash. Mr. Yash, kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Hello.
Mr. Yash?
Yeah. Am I unmuted? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, we can hear you. Please ask your question.
Okay. Myself, Yashpal Chopra. I'm calling from Delhi. I'm a shareholder of the company for the last 3 decades, and I have seen the ups and downs of the company. And I feel I'm a very lucky shareholder of this company. This is a company for which I can be proud of. ISO certified company with that debt-free company, and the company with the pan-world presence in around 56 countries, spreading from north, from China to South Australia, from east, what you call Japan, to west, Canada and North America. So this is a great company with a great name. So I feel that I am very much proud of this company, sir. Sir, as regards the management team, they deserve kudos and they deserve congrats, because out of the 9%, 7% are with the financial background, with the financial expertise, and that is why that the image of the company is just getting better and better every year. Because for the last 5 years, we were saying that the companies which came far later at a later stage, they were overtaking us. But now the time has come when our company is going to win our old past glory. So I am very much proud of, and I pray God for the pace at which the company is going on. as I watch the share price in the market for the growth of my investment, my portfolio. So this year, our company has risen from 1252 low to a mid high of 1733. That itself certifies that our management and the performance of the company is excellent. And this is and that shows the confidence that the coming time our company will definitely regain the leadership which it was having earlier. Sir, regarding your area of operation, I would just like to say only that whatever we are earning, that is mostly from the foreign countries, from this country like North America and all that, we are earning around 60% contribution is from that single country. And in our own country, we are contributing, we are getting only just 2.5%. Why should not we should concentrate on our company, our country as well? Because now our country is just going to get is getting a big name under our PM, dynamic PM Mr. Modi. And I think that our company has got a great scope here, and we must concentrate on that. And for that, as suggested by one of other speaker, that if you want to make a separate company for India, that will be a welcome idea, sir. But at the same time, I would request you just to consider that consolidation of those subsidiaries which have been just making losses and losses and losses only. So we have to just strengthen our company with the means closing those subsidiaries, because that means less of attention to that. We will conserve our attention, we will conserve our expenditure, and all that is. Sir, I can speak a lot, but I will just now raise only two queries. First is that the tradition of bonus has gone along with Mr. Murthy. I want that to be revived, because now the reserve position is around 40 times of the capital, and that makes us very much eligible to get bonus. So management must consider that. So this is one of the requests, sir. So, and finally, being a shareholder of the company for the last 30 years, and I would request that the company should come forward with some kind of memento, at least to the supporters and the speakers of the company, the well-wishers who have been just associated with the company for the last so many years. So, and before I wind up, I will applaud the company for the CSR activities they are doing, where they are making the people skillful, they are making the people competent for the jobs and all that. So this is now the need of the hour, because now as our politicians are distributing arms for getting the votes and all that, that is not a good practice. We have to make the people independent and workable, and for that our Infosys is doing a great job under the category of a CSR activity. So this is very good thing, sir. Sir, before I wind up, I must compliment our CFO, our company secretary, and the team in the moderator department, this department, which are working hard to get us reconnected, because it is really a very difficult job, because for our people, the people of the super senior citizen category, because we do not know much of this digital operations and all that, and the pains these people have taken, that is what deserves kudos, sir. So, sir, once I would just like to remind you one thing, that my own son is working in your company at London by the name Mr. Gaurav Khela. When he had come from the university and he said that he has got this offer, so I just told him, grab it. This is a company where you can spend your life, and he is sticking with company for the last around 20 years. So so I know that the concern how much concerned about this company is for their employees, for their shareholders, for their customers, for the country. So this is a big achievement. This is a big thing for the pride. So I wish you best of luck. Pray God for the positivity and for the great strength and name and fame and performance of the company. Best of luck to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Yash. Now I'll request Vasudha to kindly go ahead and ask the question. Ms. Vasudha, can you hear us? Ms. Vasudha, kindly go ahead and ask your question. Now we'll move to the next shareholder, Mr. Atanu. Mr. Atanu, kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, Mr. Atanu. Please go ahead.
Good evening. I, Atanu Shah, a shareholder of Infosys Limited, my respective chairman, Dilkanji, and board of directors, and all independent directors present in this virtual meeting, and all shareholders, and our company secretary, Manikant Ji, and our CFO, and all present shareholders present in this virtual meeting. Today it's 26th June 2024. Our company organizing its 43rd annual general meeting. Sir, give me chance to thanks for them. And sir, my first question is, do you think about bonus issue, sir, after 2018? And my second one is, do you have any? What do you think about our first quarter result? And the third one is, do you have any plan to arrange an annuity or investor day? And my fourth one, do you have any plan, or do we forwarding some funding to our US foundation? Sir, Atanu Shah, I wish a good year. I already casted my vote. I wish a good year ahead with good result and good health to every employer. It's Infosys which always navigating. It's Infosys which always navigating just for the next step. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, Mr. Atanu. Now I'll request Mr. Sanjog to kindly go ahead and ask the question. Sanjog, can you hear us?
Respected Chairman and board members, I am Sanjog from Bangalore. I thank the management for their good result, and also thanks to management for receiving award and recognition for their good work. Hope next year we will continue with this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sanjog.
Hello.
Now I'll request.
I already told, no?
Thank you, Mr. Sanjog. Now may I request Yusuf to kindly go ahead and ask the question. Yusuf, please go ahead and ask your question. Yusuf, can you hear us? We'll move to the next shareholder, Mr. Vipul. Vipul, kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, Mr. Manikanta, for adding my name to the list at the last moment. Thank you very much. My question is, we are disclosing only large deal wins with wins of more than $50 million. So why can't we disclose all all deal wins which are below 50 millions. So I would like to know the total order backlog at the end of 31st March 2024, including all deals which are below $50 million. I think our larger peers are also sharing this figure, and we should also share this figure. There should not be any problem with this. But I don't know why our company is not sharing this figure. And I would also like to know that due to uncertain macro conditions in US and Europe, what is the amount of orders which were cancelled for whole of the last year? That is the point number 2. I would also like to know the contribution from generative AI segment. I think Accenture has started sharing that figure, revenue from that vertical, in the latest quarterly result presentation, if I'm not mistaken. So we should also, because a lot of emphasis has been made both by our chairman, Mr. Nandan sir, and Salil on generative AI. And if that is so crucial, so central to our future, we must share the revenue contribution from that particular vertical. And lastly, I would request as some of the earlier participants have also mentioned, that please resort to that hybrid model of meeting, where a physical meeting is held in Bangalore and a digital meeting you can attend at Mumbai or any other places. So with this, I wish all the luck to the company. I am shareholder of the company since IPO, and I have got very rich returns. So my thanks to all the founders and all the erstwhile management teams. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Vipul. Now I'll request Mr. Gaurav. Gaurav, kindly go ahead and ask your question. Mr. Gaurav, can you hear us?
Yes, am I audible? Yes,
Yes,
I can
okay.
hear you. Am I visible as well?
Please go ahead and ask your question, sir.
Okay. First of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. In the last discussion, I was not able to share my thoughts. So thank you so much for giving me the second option to share my thoughts. So I am Gaurav Liladhar, joining this meeting today from Berlin, Germany, and my folio number is 120816002048695. So, starting with the annual report, it is very enlightening and magnificent example of corporate governance. I would like to also mention that this year SBI created a QR code to help the shareholders get the annual report easily. So I would like to request this to create a different experience to the people who are viewing this. Also, I would like to mention that Infosys this year really did a great thing where they included an option to include the picture in the annual report on the front page. That was pretty magnificent for me. And simultaneously, I would like to say that business will continue to grow. Loss and profit will be the part of the balance sheet. But I request company to do the CSR work as much as best as possible, as it is the need of humanity. Simultaneously, as being an environmental engineer, master and my second master where I'm doing it here in global business administration and project management, I would like to request company to take the carbon footprint as much as low as possible and make it net zero as soon as possible. This will really make an impact for the longer term. Simultaneously, having multiple years of experience, my observation says that companies spend huge amount of sums for the human resources to send them on site globally for the further organizational development. As being located in the European Union, I would like to show my interest to contribute towards the Indian company, especially Infosys and its subsidiaries. I would be more than happy to contribute towards the futuristic development. As my name is unique, you can find me on Google very easily and also will be available to join via LinkedIn. Most of my other points were made by the other speakers. Lastly, I would like you to give this opportunity and listen to meet all the attention. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Gaurav. Now I'll request Anil. Anil, kindly go ahead and ask the question. Anil, can you hear us? Mr. Anil, kindly go ahead and ask your question. We'll move to the next shareholder, Vasudha. Vasudha, kindly go ahead and ask your question.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes,
Very
madam.
good evening, respected. Thank you, sir. Very good evening, respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow shareholders. Myself, Vasudha from Thane. I would like to congratulate our company secretary and team for helping me to join this meeting very well. Most of the question was asked by my previous shareholder. I would like to ask only one question. What is your plans to reduce our huge unemployment in our India, in our Maharashtra? With this, I support all resolution. Thank you very much and wish the company all the best for coming financial year. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Vasudha. With this, we'll conclude the question session from all the shareholders. With that, I'll hand over back to Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for all the questions. While we provide the answers to the questions shortly, I would request the team to display the questions received on the web chat and play videos which showcase the work done by Infosys during the last year.
Infosys Foundation joined hands with Prakash Padukone Badminton Academy and Go Sports Foundation to help budding sportspersons up their game.
Since Infosys Foundation has been supporting the academy, we have everything like starting from the right coaches to the right nutritionist to right physiotherapists, right strength and conditioning trainers who we work with, and they have got it all under one roof. So I think it's just a matter of for the players to take advantage of it.
The main things that an athlete needs is the skill training, the strength and conditioning, then the mental conditioning and the nutrition. They are getting all these under one roof, which will make it easier for an athlete to take all these facilities and perform well and win medals for the nation.
The Girls for Gold program is a really first of its kind program in Indian sport, which looks at the athlete within their ecosystem, understands the coach, the academy and the environment in which the athlete is placed, and really attempts to develop all of that in one wholesome program as a whole. So I think there the potential is not just in producing a few athletes, but in establishing a system that can produce multiple athletes over time.
As India surges ahead in every field, Infosys Foundation, along with Prakash Padukone Badminton Academy and Go Sports Foundation, helps Indian athletes stay at the head of their game.
I've never seen a 3D billboard until now, and it's phenomenal.
That's the man right there. That's a legend. Whoa! Oh my God, bro! You see that? That's crazy.
We're disappointed he's not here, but he's right here with us. Lifelike animation just brought it to life.
If I stick to my dreams and my path and my vision, I can evolve to hopefully one day be like him.
We will now begin the answers to the questions. In this round, we are answering the questions that are raised in the web chat, and after one round of web chat questions, we'll come back with a round of questions from the video and audio questions that were asked just now. I have two questions to answer. One is, how do you see Gen AI reshaping the entire industry, and what will be the impact on the jobs in the IT sector? This is from Anuja Singhal. We believe that Gen AI has enormous potential to solve business and societal challenges. As we move forward, we will see more and more use cases of Gen AI deployment to improve the customer relations, and to make companies more productive. At the same time, we expect our productivity to go up with the use of tools that are like Copilot and so on, which will make a difference. Overall, we believe that while we will have productivity going up, at the same time, there'll be a lot more opportunity for AI-led transformation in the world, and I believe that we are well placed to take advantage of that. Second question. Congratulations to leadership to remain in front on Gen AI. My question is, what will be the impact of Gen AI on overall company revenue and employee count in the next 3 to 5 years? Will we see positive impact, or will it be disruptive to business? This is from Majumdar Tejas Sharad Bhai. As I said just now, we believe that Gen AI will create lots of potential to increase productivity, reduce cost, differentiate our clients, and help in growth. The world is at the very early stages of the AI revolution. And unlike the consumer AI, which will roll out quickly, enterprise AI requires companies to do major changes inside the companies, organize their data, build responsible systems, follow the laws of many countries, and so on. So enterprise AI will take several years to unfold, and I think Infosys is well placed for that. As you know, that Infosys Topaz has taken an early lead. So I'm very confident that we'll be able to deal with this transition. Thank you. With this, I hand over to Salil to take his question.
Thanks, Nandan. There are a few questions that I will address. First, with the intent of generative AI and next generation technologies, how are we protecting the platforms and applications with respect to information technology security threats? There's a question from Ramesh Babu Satrasala. Here, we are in excellent position for protecting our platforms. We put in place a responsible AI office. Our focus is on AI policies and principles that will ensure that information security is built into what we are creating for our clients. And this is part of the responsible AI actions that we have already put in place. Next, has Infosys started to see generative AI deals contributing to Infosys top line? Can you give us an approximate number of deal sizes? What is Infosys doing to increase the generative AI revenues? At this stage, we have shared externally that we are working on approximately 225 projects in generative AI. These projects are small in size. They are projects that clients are working on to help shape whether they can have growth or productivity benefit into their organization. All of this is part of our Topaz activity, which looks at both AI and also generative AI into the mix. We are also one of the first companies to have the global certification, which is for excellence in AI management. And we've been voted as a leader in AI by 7 of the leading 8 industry analysts in this area. Next question is, when is Infosys planning the next compensation increase for employees? What are the parameters considered for the next increase? The question is from Sajid Chalapan, as was the previous question also. Here, we have completed our compensation increase for financial year 24 in November, and currently we are looking at the plans for 25. And the parameters always include what is going on within the environment in terms of inflation and where we see where the demand areas are. Next question from Rahul Sarkar. What are the key strategies that Infosys plans to implement to drive revenue growth over next 5 years? So here our focus is really on making sure first what we see as a newly emerging area, generative AI. Then a lot of work is going on Infosys Cobalt, which is really all our cloud activity. Uh, in the previous financial year, it's grown rapidly, and we see more and more traction as it becomes a foundation. We then have focus on some other areas which make up the entirety of the company. For example, engineering services, uh, SAP S/4HANA, what we see in growth in data, what we see as growth from large deals which are coming from efficiency, consolidation, and cost savings. With all of this, we feel in a good position. These strategies will help us in a good position for the next 5 years. Are there any new markets or regions the company is planning to enter in the coming years? How will these expansions contribute to overall profitability? Also from Rahul Sarkar. So today we are in 56 countries where North America is the largest, about 60%. We are growing well in Europe. We will continue to do that. Our focus in terms of new areas or markets, we will see more and more activity. For example, in the northern part of Europe, we've had good success in the Nordic countries, in Denmark, Sweden, Norway. We will continue to grow there. We've had very good success in Germany, which will continue to expand. We are seeing good traction in Japan, which will also help us to grow in the future. We are seeing good traction in the Middle East region, which will continue to grow for us in the future. And then there are other industries which we'll also look at in the North American market, for example, healthcare or life sciences, where we'll see more traction. The next question is from Ashish Sharma. Request CSR committee to allocate to a eye hospital in Ludhiana from the CSR funds. Here, with CSR, we have presence across 28 states and 5 union territories within India, and we will evaluate all of the CSR program proposals. The trustees look at it, and the person leading, Manisha, who's leading our CSR activities, and then they discuss it also with our CSR committees and make the recommendations on which ones we will support, aligned to the focus areas that the company has developed for CSR. Next is from Ramesh Babu Satrasala. Infosys is having 50% work from home options. Will that impact productivity for employees or customers? What are the steps taken? Here, we have followed a flexible approach in terms of return to work, making sure first the client requirements are always kept in mind. So for many clients, all the work is done from the office, and to keep flexibility for our employees where required. We are also very clear to build social capital where people are meeting each other and teams are working together, and people are learning through interactions as they come through different levels in the company. With that, today, about 84% of our employees in India who are residing within a delivery center DC location are already coming into the office in the hybrid mode. Our productivity and performance are constantly monitored and at a good level. And if we see areas where we need to change, we will change that. But today, they are at a very good level. And the last question for me from Satyanarayan Bharadwaj Prakash. Despite having a large pool of CSR, why is the company not able to help governments to develop its aspirational areas and locations? In the financial year just finished, we covered 109 out of 112 aspirational districts as identified by the government. And here our CSR is supporting many of those aspirational areas as identified by the government. Thank you. And with that, I'll pass it to Jayesh.
Thank you, Salil. My first question is from Shimjit Ambali on what is our capital allocation policy. If possible, please share the details. We completed the last 5 years of our first capital allocation policy and returned 85% of our free cash flows, totaling to around 88,400 crores to our shareholders. Our current renewed capital allocation policy, which is applicable for the years FY25 to FY29, the company expects to return approximately 85% of free cash flows for cumulative 5-year period through the combination of semi-annual dividends, share buyback, special dividends, subject to applicable laws and approvals. Under this policy, we expect to progressively increase annual dividend per share. The next question is from Tejas Divakar Gore. I've noticed significant and noticeable increase in the working capital days of the company. How do you plan to reduce working capital days for FY 24-25? The working capital increased due to tax orders received towards the end of the year, and which is expected to convert in cash in the coming years. Our free cash flow growth for FY24 was 14%, significantly ahead of our revenue growth. We continue to focus on our improving working capital cycle and increase cash conversion. The next question is from P.R. Ramakrishnan. How does Infosys foresee itself in environmental sustainability? Infosys is recognized globally as a leader in environmental sustainability. We have been recognized for our climate leadership by CDP for the 8th year in a row and have become a carbon neutral for 5th year now. Our efforts on climate advocacy has been well appreciated. Many of our deals with clients include climate change solutions. The next question is from Jagir Hasmukh Vasudev Rao. What measures are taken to reduce the subcontracting and improving employee utilization? Subcontracting has reduced significantly from the past levels by around 3% over the last 2 years. We think we can further optimize this spend and are working towards this. This is also part of one of the levers under our Project Maximus on margin expansion program. Similarly, our utilization has improved during the previous financial year, and we believe we have some headroom there as well to improve this further towards a comfortable level of 84-85%. What measures will be taken to improve the margin of large deals project? This is a question again from Jagir Hasmukh Vasudev Rao. In terms of our large deal wins, we had an excellent year. For the full year, our large deals have been $17.7 billion, comprising of 90 large deals. We have a very comprehensive margin expansion program running internally to monitor not only large deals but across all deals, and the large deal portfolio also will be catered under this new program. The next question again is from Mr. Jagir Hasmukh Vasudev Rao. Will you start again fresher recruitment from the campuses across the world? Fresher hiring is a decision we take after considering into the demand environment, the utilization, the growth outlook, etc. Over the last few years, we've also been hiring freshers of the market as and when we see more visibility in terms of our demand, and we will continue the same this year as well. How is Infosys looking at margin expansions in FY25 and beyond? This is a question from Amrita Shrikant. We have a very focused margin expansion program, Program Maximus as we internally call it, which is where we have an endeavor to improve our margins in the medium term. There are 5 pillars under this program: value-based selling, efficient pyramid, automation and Gen AI, improving critical portfolios, and reduction in indirect costs. We have also seen early benefits from this program in areas like utilization, RPP increase, optimization of overheads, etc. We are confident that this program will create a meaningful impact on the operating margin in the medium term. The next question and the last question is from Rajnikant Jain. Considering the prevailing price of our shares, in order to give a lift to our share price, can we expect buyback in near future? As per the company's capital allocation policy, the company expects to return approximately 85% of free cash flows over the next 5 years. As I said earlier, this is going to be a combination of semi-annual dividend, share buyback, special dividend, subject to applicable laws and requisite approvals. These decisions will be taken annually by the board, and recommendations will be placed to shareholders. The company expects to progressively increase its dividend annually. With that, let me pass it back to Mani. Thank you.
Thank you, Jayesh. The first question is from Mr. Anantanarayana Vijay Raghavan. The question is why there is no face-to-face meeting arranged for AGM. There is a similar question from Mr. Vinayak Narasimha Bhatt requesting for holding of an AGM in a physical mode. So the answer to the question is, as per the general circular issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs dated September 25 and October 7, issued by SEBI, companies are allowed to hold AGM through video conference without the physical presence of members and other participants at a common venue. Also, by holding the AGM through video conference, we are enabling shareholders across the globe to join the AGM and participate in the proceedings. Accordingly, the company has decided to conduct the AGM through video conference. As you can witness, there are many shareholders who had joined this AGM from various countries as well. We had about 65 shareholders who had joined from outside of India, and we had few shareholders who had actually asked the questions during this meeting as well. The next question is from Mr. Vinayak Narasimha Bhatt. The question is, as a member, I request the board company to allow its member with his family to visit, see and stay at least one day in a year in the Mysore campus of Infosys. The answer is, the company had arranged a Mysore campus visit in the past. Future programs and campus visit, if any, will be informed to the shareholders in advance. Thank you. With that, I will hand over back to Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mani. Thank you, Mani. And now we will come to the second round of questions. These are questions that were asked in the video conference, and we will do it in the same order. I have two questions. One is, Gen AI revolution's negative impact. Is there any way to control these by creating a global monitoring group? There are many efforts around the world to address the issue of AI safety, but there's no one global initiative yet. We at Infosys take responsible AI very seriously. And when we develop software, we look at the guardrails of responsibility, the various rules and regulations around the world, be it the EU regulations or what's coming up in India and other countries. And we also have had our own Infosys Topaz Responsible AI Summit, where we brought together experts, analysts, and so on. So we are committed to the ethical development and deployment of AI. And we work actively with governments and regulators around the world to make sure that we are able to keep up with the latest standards. Second question is, can the company consider issuing bonus shares? The answer is, this is from Santosh, and the answer is, we do not have any announcements in this regard as of now. Now I will hand over to Salil for questions.
Thanks, Nandan. I have a few questions that have come up in the second round. I'll go through those. First question from Dharav Jamdar. IT services is changing and evolving. How are we preparing for sustainable growth in the future? How long will IT spend be expected to be subdued? In terms of the future, our planning, our focus is quite a lot today on generative AI. With that, we have a lot of focus on a large growth area, which is on cloud through Cobalt, generative AI through Topaz, and then more and more on the data foundations, which is part of our digital activity. And then we have focus in some other areas which are also growing well. For example, engineering services or SAP S4HANA or cybersecurity and areas such as that. For the second part of the question, I don't have a view on when the IT spend approach will change. What we shared at the last results announcement was the discretionary spend at the start of the quarter looked about the same as the end of the previous quarter, which was at that level from before. As we see the changes in the future, we will share those as well. Next question is from Jaideep. what are the new areas of acquisitions? So for acquisitions, first we just did two which we shared on engineering services in automotive and semiconductor. We have a portfolio of areas that we are looking at. We are looking at some SaaS areas. We're looking at more enterprise and cloud areas. We're looking at some geographies. So those are under evaluation as we look at different companies. We look at strategic fit, financial reasonableness, and then cultural fit, or how we can integrate. And based on that, we will proceed on the acquisition as and when those come about. Next question also from Jaideep. We have 3.5 lakh employees. What's the plan for enriching their skill set? So here there are multiple things we have done. So first, of course, is the foundation training that everyone who joins Infosys from college goes through, which is probably the most comprehensive training in the industry. Then we have Lex, which is our internal training platform available on our cell phones to everyone, where we have programs which any one of us can take to improve or learn a new skill set. And then we have a continuous education program which is based on reskilling of different employees when certain skill sets are more relevant in the market. Those are the ones that we look to migrate. Today, there's a lot of training going on AI and generative AI in this area. Next question is from Hiranandan Kapoor. Women diversity share percentage, and how do we handle health issues of employees? So today we have 39.3% of our employees are women employees. And in terms of employee well-being, we have internal approach or program called HAIL, Health Assessment and Lifestyle Enrichment. And this is something which all of our employees have availability and access to. And our employee well-being scores reached an all-time high recently of 91% among our employees across all our locations. Next, what is the future? What is Infosys' future growth plans? Similar to the discussion before, more and more focus on generative AI, on cloud and Cobalt, on data and digital, and then specialized areas on engineering services, cyber, S/4HANA, and some of the other newer SaaS areas. Similar question again, what are the future plans from Sudeep Mato, and the previous was from Hiranandan Kapoor. Next question on generative AI, how do you plan to upskill your employees? This is from Avni. Here we have enabled the reskilling through our own platform on Lex and through our ongoing reskilling initiatives, the ability for all our employees to do the reskilling. Today, over 2.5 lakh employees have already participated in some level, either expert level or awareness level or a managerial level of reskilling on generative AI platforms. The next question from Santosh. Can you elaborate on the steps taken by the company regarding cybersecurity? So here we have embedded security in all of our service lines and the entire enterprise fabric to make sure that we are secure by design in anything that we build. We also have security operations centers which monitor this for our clients and also for ourselves. And then we have partnerships with third-party security firms that provide this level of production support both internally and externally with our clients. Next, from Redappa, can you provide a business outlook in North America? Here, we had shared at the last earnings update, essentially the focus in the market where the discretionary spend was similar to what we were seeing in the previous end of the previous quarter. We were seeing there across different industries in North America varying levels of focus. And overall, in the North American segment, as was globally, focus on cost, efficiency, automation, and those type of large deal programs. Next, is there any update on mega deals also from Mr. Rendappa? I think on large deals, we had a very successful outcome on the previous financial year. And the pipeline, as we stated at the beginning of this year, is in good shape. But more and more of those deals are more efficiency, cost savings, consolidation, automation. And we see not so many deals on digital transformation, but overall, it looks the pipeline for those type of deals on cost and efficiency still looks strong. Next is a question from Kaushik. What are the innovative products the company is planning to invest in and to remain competitive? So here, we of course work with services and products. On products, we have a very good set of products. First, for example, with Finacle in the banking area, which is constantly evolving, and today very much cloud-based product with more and more feature sets. We also have other product platforms that we built for e-commerce, for platforms, procurement, insurance, and we continue the investment there. And then we have investments in service capability platforms, for example, Cobalt for cloud or Topaz for AI, and those continue to be critical for what we look into the future in terms of our investments. A similar question, how does the company plan to invest in R&D and maintain its competitiveness from Mr. Kaushik? In addition to what I shared, we also have Infosys Center for Emerging Technologies and Solutions. So that looks at some of the newest areas that are in the market. We were looking at AI for some time. Today, for example, we also look at quantum and other such areas, which we think will be more future orientated in terms of where the company will look at for these services in the future. Next question also from Mr. Kaushik. Can Infosys develop some AI-enabled tool for specially able people to make their life better? Also, does Infosys have any plans to do something for differently able people like it did in Australia? So as part of our CSR focus, we have projects across India, which also includes projects for specially able people. We have technology-led projects which address the needs of the whole population. And the CSR efforts of the company are built with the CSR committee within the company and the board committee of the CSR, which will look at this in its entirety. The next question, can we consider supporting education of underprivileged school students through CSR? So one of the focus, this is from Mr. Dilip Kumar, one of the focus areas for CSR is to enhance education, and we are working to provide a path of education for those most in need with collaboration with government agencies and civil bodies. And we're working on initiatives which are both in rural parts of India and in urban school environments. And these CSR approaches also reviewed by the Infosys Foundation trustees within the company and the CSR committee of the board. Last question from my side. Does the company have plans to increase the share of India business revenue in the future? From Mr. Yashpal Chopra. So here first, our Finacle product works across a large number of banks in India and is something that is a platform of choice for the banking sector. In addition, we are looking at where we could support. For example, we do a lot of work with the government in the income tax program, in the GST program, and that whole area is something that Infosys has built and supported the systems in making sure that the government's approach on digital India is supported. And we are continuing to look at which other areas we can work with to support the government's push on digital India and also the consumer, large businesses, private sector in India as they leverage the technology. And that's all from my side. Over to you, Jayesh.
On details on recent acquisition and alignment of Infosys strategy. We have a strong capability in engineering and R&D services, and this acquisition solidifies our position. Intech is a leading engineering R&D service provider focused on German automotive industry with a large and reputed clients. This acquisition will help us build an end-to-end offerings in this space. Europe has been very strong area for Infosys, contributing over 27% of our revenues, and with several large deals. Our manufacturing segment within that has also witnessed strong double-digit growth for last couple of years, and this acquisition will further accelerate the opportunity for us in this space. The next question is from Om Prakash. Can board consider share split? The board of directors evaluate decisions around splits and bonus from time to time after taking into account various factors, and they continue doing that. At this point in time, we have no recommendation from the board on any share split or bonus for consideration. The next question is from Hiranandan. Can the company disclose the financial details of the subsidiaries? The summary performance of all our subsidiaries is in part annexure 1 to the board report. The information is available in page 68 of the annual report as well. The next question is from Avni. How does the company plan to manage its wage costs in future? Infosys aims to deliver monetary and non-monetary rewards to our employees on a holistic basis through fixed pay, performance bonuses, stock incentives, benefits, and perquisites, which are integral part of our total reward strategy. Regarding your question on managing wage costs, we have been focusing on various levers like automation, lean, pyramid optimization, leveraging AI, etc., to bring in productivity improvements and manage our wage costs effectively. The next question is from Nagaraj Kini. The 91 subsidiaries opened, but over 30 of them are having negative returns. Can you share plan to revival of these subsidiaries? These subsidiaries are set up in various locations to meet groups' objectives and strategic and business objectives, strengthening service offerings, and for servicing clients in various locations, and part of the large deals expansion as well. We measure overall performance of these subsidiaries, taking into account various factors, including standalone performance, synergies, the offshore revenue and margins that they bring in, and look at them on a holistic basis. The next question is from Abhishek. The company to consider doing regular investor meetings across the world. The company's quarterly earnings meetings and the AGM is currently accessible live from all parts of the world. We attend investor conferences and organize non-deal roadshows to meet investors across the globe on a regular basis, the details of which are filed with the exchanges in advance and are available on our website as well. The next question is from Vipul on why is company not considering providing details of deal wins which are below $50 million. As you know, Infosys are always believed in going above and beyond the statutory requirement disclosures. Accordingly, we make disclosures that give incremental insights about company's performance regularly. The large deals in our mind is an important performance indicator which gives indication towards company's performance in the medium term. The disclosure made by the company are periodically reviewed and additional disclosures are made or discontinued as and when required if they are no longer relevant. The next question again is from Vipul. Can you provide contribution from Gen AI segment? Thing partly covered by Salil and Nandan earlier. Gen AI is an emerging technology that is likely to transform business and technology. We are currently working on 225 plus Gen AI projects. These projects are currently small size as clients are trying to develop their internal AI strategy. We are one of the IT services companies globally to achieve ISO 42000 and 2023 certification, testifying our commitment to excellence in AI management. Over 250,000 of our employees have been trained in AI and Gen AI skills. The last question for me is from Gaurav. What are the steps taken that Infosys is taking to reduce carbon footprint to net zero as soon as possible? Infosys is carbon neutral for 5th consecutive year in 2024. We are also signatories to the Amazon Climate Pledge to becoming net zero by 2040. Today, 67% of our electricity for our operations in India comes from renewables, and we have 60.2 megawatt installed solar capacity. With close to 30 million square feet of our highest rated green buildings, we have pioneered smart buildings technology globally. We are working with our suppliers to encourage CDP disclosures while continuing to invest in mobility and technology solutions that reduce greenhouse gas emissions. That's the last question for me. With that, I will hand it over back to Manikanta. Thank you.
Thank you, Jayesh. There were two questions which were directed at me. The first question is from Mr. Mukesh. The question is, please do not send annual reports. Allow for opt-out for annual report. The answer is yes, the company is in agreement with this view. For FY 23-24, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs has dispensed away with the requirement of sending physical copies of annual report. But however, the company sends the physical annual reports who specifically request for. The next question is also from Mr. Mukesh. Can the company arrange for a campus visit for shareholders once every quarter? The answer is the company had arranged a Mysore campus visit in the past. Future programs and campus visit, if any, will be informed to the shareholders in advance. With that, I will hand over to Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Members may note that e-voting on the NSDL platform will continue to be available for the next 30 minutes. Therefore, I request members who have not cast their votes yet to do so within the next 30 minutes. The Board of Directors has appointed B. Hemant, practicing company secretary, as the scrutinizer to supervise the e-voting process. Further, I hereby authorize Manikanta, the company secretary, to declare the results of the voting and place the results on the website of the company at the earliest. The resolutions as set forth in the notice shall be deemed to be passed today, subject to the receipt of the requisite number of votes. We had 290 members participating in today's 43rd Annual General Meeting. Thank you for attending the meeting. I hereby declare the proceedings of Infosys Limited's 43rd Annual General Meeting closed. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
you.